Alright, so in this problem, I have x to the power of x to the power of 6 is equal to 144. So to solve this, I obviously want to find the value of x. So I'm going to take the power of 6 on both sides. So I have x to the power of 6, x to the power of 6 to the power of 6 is equal to 144 to the power of 6. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of n to the power of m. So x to the power of x to the power of 6 to the power of 6, I can switch the places of x to the power of 6 and 6. So I get x to the power of 6 to the power of x to the power of 6 is equal to 144 to the power of 6. Now I'm going to let x to the power of 6 equal to the variable y. So I have y to the power of y is equal to 144 to the power of 6. And I'm going to rewrite 144 as 12 squared. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is also equal to a to the power of m times n. So 12 to the power of 2 to the power of 6, that's going to equal 12 to the power of 2 times 6, which is 12 to the power of 12. And if I have something in the form a to the power of a is equal to b to the power of b, then this means that a is equal to b. So in this case, y is equal to 12. Now remember how we let x to the power of 6 equal to y. So now I have x to the power of 6 equal to 12, and if I take the 6th root on both sides, I get x is equal to 6th root of 12. Alright, so in this problem, I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 1/4 to the power of x squared. And I want to find the value of x here. So, for my solution, I'm going to first start by rewriting my equation. So I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 1/4 to the power of x squared. And now I'm going to first start by rewriting 4 here as 2 squared. So now I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 1/2 squared to the power of x squared. And if I have something in the form 1/a to the power of m, this is the same thing as a to the power of negative m, meaning 1/2 squared, that's simply going to equal 2 to the power of negative 2. And I have this to the power of x squared. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 2 to the power of negative 2 to the power of x squared, that's going to equal 2 to the power of negative 2 times x squared. And negative 2 times x squared, that's negative 2x squared. So now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. So in this case, I have a to the power of m, I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 2 to the power of negative 2x squared. Notice how x and negative 2x squared, they're going to equal each other because both of these have the same basis. So I have x is equal to negative 2x squared. And to solve this, I'm actually going to divide both sides by x. So I get, these two cancel out, so I get 1 is equal to negative 2 times x. And now we have a simple equation. All I have to do is divide both sides by negative 2 because we want to isolate x. And I'm left with x is equal to negative 1/2. So this is my answer to this problem. All right, so in this problem, I have 3 to the power of x plus 4 is equal to 4 to the power of x plus 3. So now to solve this, I'm going to first start by using the property that states that if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So 3 to the power of x plus 4, that's going to equal 3 to the power of x times 3 to the power of 4. And 4 to the power of x plus 3, that's going to equal 4 to the power of x times 4 to the power of 3. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 4 to the power of x times 3 to the power of 4. So then these two cancel out and these two cancel out. So now I'm left with 3 to the power of x over 4 to the power of x is equal to 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. Now 3 to the power of x over 4 to the power of x, that's the same thing as 3 over 4 to the power of x. So I have this is equal to 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. And now I'm going to take the log on both sides. So I have log 3 over 4 to the power of x is equal to log 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. Now if I have something in the form log a to the power of b, I can move this exponent b to the front. So it's going to equal b times log a. So in this case, I have log 3 over 4 to the power of x. And I can move x to the front. So I get x times log 3 over 4 is equal to log 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. Now I'm going to divide both sides by log 3 over 4. So these two cancel out, and I get x is equal to log 4 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4 over log 3 over 4. Now this is the same thing as log 4 to the power of 3 minus log 3 to the power of 4 over log 3 minus log 4. And this is equal to 3 times 0.6021 minus 4 times 0.4771 all over 0.4771 minus 0.6021. And this is equal to 0.8168.